said the other day that you wanted to get out as soon as the opening tip happened and get behind 4-0, but then you get a tip pass, I think, and you start get things going. I think you go on a 16-7 run after that. So were you feeling that you had the energy that you didn't have the other day?
I think it was there a little bit more, but I think we need to improve even more from this game and just kind of keep it pushing even more to the next game. So,
what areas do you see that you need that energy? Where do you see it still lacking in?
We kind of are stagnant a little bit sometimes on offense, but a lot of it sometimes comes on defense. And I wouldn't say it's like lack of effort or anything. It's just something that we kind of need to focus on just so that we can become a better team.
It's hard to find the energy sometimes when you see like the arena's more empty and like students aren't there at times. Do you wish you'd see more fan support at times?
Sometimes, yeah, it kind of hurts a little bit, but you can't always just feed directly off your fans. So it's really important that we feed off of each other. So.
You guys had 36 points off of turnovers. You guys forced 26 turnovers. How much of an emphasis was it on making it as difficult as possible for them to get out in transition?
I think we wanted to get up and pressure and then try to get into passing lanes and then stop their offense early, stop them from getting it inside. And obviously we didn't do that so much in the first half, but I think in the second half we really made their bigs kick it back out and got them into some turnovers, some travels, and then we were able to push it, get some steals off of them, and then run out and get some layups.
Or coach is preaching a lot about help defense on the perimeter the other day, and do you think that you did a lot better job out there being vocal and going over and helping, on the perimeter, like all the guards on the perimeter there?
Yeah, I think we did a better job of talking. I constantly tried to talk no matter what was going on. I know I heard other people as well, so I think we did a better job today, but we can always improve and just continue to do that because we have a big game Wednesday against Baylor.
You guys had 8 players that got double figures in minutes. Was the bench big for you guys, and was rotation just keeping everyone involved, like from the starters to players that came off the bench for you guys?
I think they were really important. We had a lot of people rotating through the lineup, and so it really helps when we can go harder for a little bit less of time. And so I think they really stepped up today, and when they went in, they gave it all they had, and it really helped us get this win today.
What was the performance in the second half do for you guys? Because obviously, maybe you went into halftime only up 5, so you needed to get the energy up. What was it like coming back out on the court after halftime?
I think we just were just talking to each other, saying, that we needed to push this lead. And then, we got a couple steals here, and we just kind of built off that momentum. And so it was just, a whole team effort to get the energy back going again.
Second half, defensively, you switched to a more of a man. It worked a lot more better for you because what was kind of going through the mind of the coach there in the halftime? Was he kind of saying to y'all that you need to do on defense better in the second?
Well, a big one was that most of their whole offense was just to kind of get the ball inside of the bigs. And it was working for them in the first half, and so they kept doing it, obviously. And so it was big that we went man. And then he told Lauren to sag off and just come help as much as she could, and she did a really good job about that. And so that was kind of our game plan in the second half, and it worked out to our benefit.
Kaylee, you had 4 steals, Lauren had 5. 6 players had at least 1 steal. How much you guys practice on and work on active hands in practice?
I wouldn't say that's like a focus for us, but it is a big thing for us, especially coming off that last loss. That just like the effort, the energy, just to be there. And so I think just our attitude and our mindset was just that much better today that we were able to, be ready, be in the passing lane, and do the extra to get those steals.
Lauren, did teams sort of force you more to your right-hand side? That's something you're trying to still improve upon and keep working on?
Yeah, I think I can get to my left stuff, but I just need to finish regardless of whichever way they push me. If they push me right, I have to finish. Push me left, I have to finish. I think I finished more on the right actually today than I did on the left. So you just never know these days. But I'm going to work on it for sure over the next couple of days and get better before our next game.
When Coach talked about Jaden not being hesitant there on the perimeter, I think first opportunity she got, she shot. I don't think she made one today, but were you happy to see her actually going out there with shooting, trying with confidence instead of hesitating?
Yeah, I think that's the best thing that she does, and that really helps our team. And I think regardless of if it's going in or not, to have confidence and to shoot the next one is going to be huge for her. Because when she's on the floor, we need her to shoot. Otherwise, I think that she's hurting our team. And she did a really good job of keep shooting, and we'll need her to do that in the future. And the next game is going to be a big game, and when she's on the floor, we're going to need her to shoot. And she'll hit those shots.
Anything else, guys?
Just 10 turnovers. 4 in the first half, 6 in the second half. That's an impressive number.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anything else, guys? All right, thanks, ladies.
Thank y'all.
Before we start on basketball, we had the privilege to have a young gentleman with Coaches versus Cancer here by the name of Luke today, and it was our honor to host him here. And then we also had a pretty nice group, a large group from the Wounded Warriors, and that's what it's all about. You know, we lose perspective sometimes about what everything's about, and we talk about battling in basketball. Those guys are true heroes, and you know, my dad was a proud Marine, and to have the Wounded Warriors here and those people that fought for our country and gave us the rights and the types of lives that we have today, that was the game today to me. Just to have those type of people on our campus and celebrate what they do. So basketball game, I thought we struggled at times, but sometimes when you don't shoot the ball well, it gives the perception that you struggle. We only turned it over 10 times. We allowed fewer points today. They got great size inside. It's hard to guard. They're all lefties. All their posts are lefties, and that's a little unconventional to guard sometimes. But we've been giving up a lot of points in the first half, 30 in the first half, but we've been giving up 45 in the second half in conference play, and we only gave up 30 today. We got a long way to go. But I like our basketball team, and we got to still continue to grow and get better because the tough part of our schedule is coming. But we only turned it over 10 times. We shot it well from the free throw line. We were back with 3 people in double figures and another one with 8. Really thought our kids made a nice adjustment at halftime. We started doubling their post, and we didn't get hurt as much at the post in the second half as we did at the first. So kids listened, made some nice corrections at halftime, and always nice to get a conference win.
Coach Haley said that she felt the energy was better than Wednesday night, but she still wishes there was some more. Do you feel the same way?
Absolutely. I mean, we're getting ready to go play, the number 2 or 3 team in the country, and there's a reason they're that good. And then we've got a tough part of our schedule coming up the last 9 games, and you better play with energy, fire, all the words, cliches, intensity, because it's getting tough this second half of it. And we got to just be honest, we got to play better than what we did today, and I expect us to do that.
Were you happy to see at least the first time Jaden got the ball that she shot it? I mean, talked about that a lot and talked to her in practice about shooting the ball whenever she gets it and not hesitating.
Yeah, I'd be happier if she made it, but we need her to look for a shot and not hesitate, and she's one that can stretch the defense. And you know, we put Carly in, and Carly hits a 3, and it's after the horn. You know, you just want to see her succeed so much because she struggled a little bit, but she continues to practice hard and do good things. But I thought Lowe and Kaylee were good tonight. Didn't shoot it very well for them, but I like the idea of shooting 15 threes as opposed to 31 like we did the other night, and to get more balance in the shots attempted is good. That's one thing that we were looking for.
36 points off turnovers. I thought you were very opportunistic.
We were, and you know, a lot of teams press them because they've lost some guards. They lost a good guard in Rasay Caldwell that played the point for them a lot, and they've been struggling with their guard play a little bit. And we chose to back off a little bit and double with the post, and I think most of our turnovers came in the second half where we were stripping it from inside, and then it put us into transition. So, yeah, forcing 26 turnovers is good, and getting 36 points off of that is really good. We've got to become more efficient in our half-court offense and score more off that. We're getting ready to play some teams that aren't going to turn it over that many times. So we got to be able to – there's two things in this league that have always been true and you can hang your hat on. You got to be able to guard on the half, and you got to be able to execute on the half, and that's what the last 9 games are going to amount to.
Coach, I know you have an inside out. That's the way you like to play. But if you see the team passing it around the perimeter, what do you like to see them get them in? Because they seem to have trouble getting it past the perimeter sometimes. I think first opening possessions they had to pass it around. They just have to shoot a 3, which you don't like. But how do they get past that?
I think you've got to attack gaps better. We're not penetrating seams in the defense, zone defense enough. So we maybe need to start using dribble penetration more to make 2 play 1, and then it'll open up some passing lanes and open up some shots on the perimeter, make it easier to reverse the ball. So I guess in answer to your question, we gotta get more dribble penetration, make 2 defenders play 1, and just add a little different wrinkle to it.
The team is trying to force Lauren more to her right-hand side, but how is she still able to be successful? I mean, she seems to still go that way, but still scoring 20 points.
You know, I think that's been kind of a game plan, and she can go right. You saw her go right a few times. She's just got to take what the defense gives her and goes from there. But when she's in transition, you could want to stop her from going that way, but there's no substitute for speed, and she's very fast, but she's also very fast with the ball in her hands. Everybody wanted to take Tiffany Bias's right-hander way too, but when you can't catch them, it's hard to do. So in answer to your question, she's got to go more right. She's got to take what the defense gives her, and I thought she did a nice job of that. Thought she distributed the basketball a lot better today. Her decision-making was better. She's got to finish some at the rim that she normally finishes. I think she's taken her eyes off of the target, starting to look where the defense is and losing sight of the square. So we'll go to work on that, but we got to keep her attacking the basket.
Coach, you had 8 different players that got double figures in minutes. Do you think the bench and your depth was in play today?
It was in play, but we need it to be in play. We can't continue to play people 40 minutes night in and night out, or look up and they have 38 minutes. We got to have some other players do a good job for us. So that was why it was very important what Latasha Jones did. I thought she gave us a lot of positive energy on the floor to score 6 points and 4 rebounds in 15 minutes. Did a pretty good job defensively as well. Tasha's someone that we need to step up and play. And bringing Mandy off the bench, she was better today. We need Mandy to be in that 10 to 12 range in scoring, but we saw a little breakout, hitting a couple threes. We just got to find a way to create Mandy Coleman more shots.
You went into the half with a 5-point lead and stretched it, outscored them by 13 in the third quarter. What did it take was it like the turnovers or, just swinging the ball around? What did it take to stretch up?
We made the adjustment starting to double the post, and their guards at halftime, I believe their post had 22 out of 32 points. So we decided we're gonna bring help from the guard position, and I think that's what helped us get separation in the third quarter.
Coach, on the note at the beginning of the press conference, I know the men are in Fayetteville today, but having hosted the game today on the 17th anniversary, just what does that mean for you for Remember the 10?
I just got off the radio talking about Remember the 10, and to have a day where you honor the memories and the lives of the people that meant so much to the Oklahoma State family is special. I believe that Larry Reese says it best, that we will never forget. And to have those pictures up on the screen, you know, it's just chilling in the fact that they will always be loved by the OSU family. They will always be remembered by the OSU family. And we've had some tough situations here. You know, with the tragedies, we've had some incredibly tough situations, but the OSU family has hung together. And, you know, I just go back to what Larry Reese says, that we will never, ever forget. And it was nice to have a moment of silence and celebrate their lives. Many of those lives were way too short, but the impact that they made on family, friends,